Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 13. A Nemesis returns and so does Cruz. A new Chicago Fire episode features the return of Cruz, but it also hints at some big drama. Cruz, Joe Minosa, has been suspended for 2 weeks following recent shenanigans and his cover-up of a fire during Season 1. The One Chicago crossover was missing Cruz, as was the most recent episode, but now he returns to help with an adventure park rescue. The One Chicago shows are off for Wednesday, February 12. NBC has scheduled repeat episodes for that night. A break in the action is never fun, but there isn't enough new content to air a new episode every week. The good news is that new episodes arrive on Wednesday, February 19. This will be the 13th episode of the season from Med Fire and PD. Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 13 Synopsis. After a daring rescue at an adventure park, Kid asks Severide to create a ropes course for girls on fire. Violet's former nemesis returns, pleading for her help. Herman creates a signature cocktail for Molly's. Reads the Chicago Fire synopsis for February 19. There's lots to unpack, including that sly reference to Violet's former nemesis, buried in the description. Are they referencing Emma Jacobs, Caitlin Carver? Emma was Violet's fill-in partner. She took over while Sylvie Brett was in Portland visiting Matthew Casey. Emma turned evil, tried to get Violet fired, and made Firehouse 51 look bad. Maybe they are referring to Violet's newest nemesis, Tori. She surfaced as Sam Carver's girlfriend when Violet couldn't admit her feelings for him. Tori didn't like Violet. Below is a scene from Emma recently returning to cause more havoc at Firehouse 51. Does Violet have to deal with her again? Chicago Fire TV promo for February 19. Below is the TV promo for the February 19 episode of Chicago Fire. It showcases a rescue that Squad is involved in early in the episode. Will Kelly Severide and his team save the day again? As a reminder, this is Chicago Fire Season 13, Episode 13, called Born of Fire. More news from the One Chicago shows. CCH Pounder joined the Chicago Med cast. The award-winning actress is a perfect addition to the show. She had previously starred in NCIS, New Orleans and The Shield. Spoilers from Chicago PD reveal a wedding is coming. We may finally see Detective Kim Burgess and Officer Adam Ruzick take a huge step in their relationship. The firehouse buzzed with its usual pre-shift chatter, but for Cruz it felt like stepping into a time capsule. It had been months since he took time off to help Chloe and the boys settle into a new routine, and now, walking through the bay doors of Firehouse 51, he felt a mix of nostalgia and anticipation. Look who the cat dragged in. Ritter grinned, clapping Cruz on the back as he pulled him into a hug. Damn, it's good to be back, Cruz admitted, looking around the familiar space. Bowden emerged from his office, arms crossed, his signature commanding presence making itself known. Cruz, about time, you ready to get back to work? Bowden's question was more of a statement, and Cruz nodded without hesitation. More than ready, Chief. Before Bowden could respond, Stella Kidd's voice cut through the chatter. Hey, roll call in 5 and let's be clear, Cruz. Just because you've been gone doesn't mean you get special treatment. You miss a drill, I'll make you regret it. Wouldn't have it any other way, Cruz said with a smirk, settling back into the rhythm of things. As roll call wrapped up, a call came in. An apartment fire on the west side. Squad 3 and Truck 81 rolled out, sirens wailing. Cruz felt the rush again, the controlled chaos of suiting up, the weight of his gear, the anticipation of what they were about to face. But when they arrived, the adrenaline spiked for another reason. The fire raged on the 3rd floor, smoke billowing from shattered windows. As Cruz helped unspool the hose, he caught sight of a familiar figure near the crowd of onlookers. His blood ran cold. It couldn't be. But it was. Darren Turner, ex-firefighter, disgraced arsonist, and the man who nearly got Cruz and Severide killed 2 years ago. Turner had walked free on a technicality, but Cruz never expected to see him again, and yet there he was, standing just close enough to the fire scene to make Cruz's stomach churn. Cruz, what's wrong? Severide asked, noticing his hesitation. Cruz clenched his jaw. Turner. Severide followed Cruz's line of sight and cursed under his breath. What the hell is he doing here? I have no idea, but I don't like it. There was no time for discussion. Bowden's voice crackled through their radios. We've got a woman trapped in a back bedroom on the 3rd floor. Squad 3, get in there. Cruz forced his focus back to the job. He followed Severide and Cap up the stairs, the heat intensifying with each step. They reached the apartment and Cruz took the lead, hacking through the door. Smoke poured out, nearly blinding him. Fire department, call out, he shouted. A faint voice responded, I'm here. Cruz followed the sound and found a young woman huddled under a table, her hands shielding her face. You're gonna be okay, Cruz assured her, wrapping an arm around her. Just hold on. As he guided her toward the exit, a loud creak echoed above. Cruz, move, Severide barked. Cruz barely had time to react before the ceiling partially collapsed. A wooden beam came crashing down, knocking him sideways. He hit the ground hard, pain shooting through his side. Cruz. Severide and Cap rushed forward, dragging the beam off him. Dazed but determined, Cruz pushed himself up, coughing through the smoke. I'm good. Let's go. They managed to get the woman outside where paramedics took over. Cruz barely had time to breathe before Ritter jogged up to him, face grim. Turner's gone. Soon as things got intense, he took off. Damn it. Cruz exhaled sharply. He's up to something. Back at the firehouse, tension simmered. Cruz paced the common area, his mind racing. Why was Turner there? What did he want? Hey, Severide said, pulling Cruz aside. We'll figure it out, we always do. Cruz nodded, but unease gnawed at him. Turner wasn't the type to randomly show up. This was just the beginning. Later that night, Cruz sat in the bunk room, staring at his phone. He knew he should be heading home, checking in with Chloe. But the past was creeping back, and he couldn't shake the feeling that his return to Firehouse 51 wasn't going to be as smooth as he had hoped. And with Darren Turner lurking in the shadows, he knew one thing for certain: things were about to get dangerous.